While you are in Bangladesh, I'm sure you have familiarized yourself with country. While you're going through your preparations, your studies for the coursework that you are doing, which is a routine thing, anywhere you go, you'll go through that with great dedication and commitment. But you are lucky being here in Bangladesh at a time when Bangladesh was going through a tremendous transformation, which we repeatedly mentioned that we are moving to a new Bangladesh. You didn't have to pay a fee for that, we gave you free. See that, immerse yourself the process by which we have gone through an uprising. People's uprising, young people's uprising. I think that's the great memory will take with you. What happens to a country when young people rise up and offer their blood very coolly, stand up against bullets for the things they feel important in their life, in the nation's life. They have done it, and in the process, the regime has to come to an end. And an emergence of a new country with hopes and aspirations anybody in the world would like to have. These are not just Bangladeshi aspirations, it's a global aspiration. Human aspirations to make things happen in their life. I hope you have absorbed that while you are going through this coursework. Because this is something you will not get anywhere or any other time, even in Bangladesh. We are just lucky to be here. And also, not only our foreign students, also Bangladeshi students, for them to see and imagine what happens next, what role I would have played if I was there. Because we belong to armed services, what role we play as a part of the armed services. One is a student from the university, it's understood. They are free, they can do anything. But armed forces can't do anything they want. They are a disciplined force, discipline of highest order. What does an officer in army do in a situation of uprising? I'm sure we have debated about it, discussed about it, and talked to each other about it. For you as a student, as observer is one thing. Those who are actually on the job in the army, watching this happen, what do they do? Do they join the students? Do they join the government? They fall apart in deciding where should they stand. Bangladesh is a lucky country. All the armed forces, the entire rank and file, under the leadership of their leaders, stay committed to the people. As a result, it came to an end very quickly. Ending is one thing. Ending doesn't solve everything. It creates new problems to settling down. What role army plays in it? We are torn apart in debating, discussing, mulling over the whole thing. What do? Every day is a new situation. But lucky for Bangladesh, their armed forces stood together all the way. And that's why we could move forward with the implementation of all the aspirations and hopes of the nation. Because their armed forces stood behind them. So I want to thank the armed forces of Bangladesh and their leaders for making this very quick decisions to stay with the people. Can we give a big applause for our army, for their leaders, and all the rank and file, every single person who is serving in the army, and all the armed forces, and the police forces. It's not easy. It's an extremely difficult thing to do. Because your slightest mistake can blow away everything. You are torn apart, whether you are doing the right thing or you are doing the wrong thing. And there are so many advisors freely available. Everybody is saying this way, that way, that way. When Bangladesh armed forces stood firm, interim government decided to continue to bring law and order with the support from the police and armed forces. It was not easy either. When we committed ourselves to undertake a big agenda, interim government, of reform, the simple thing said we are not going back to where we are coming from. Then it's useless for all this bloodshed and sacrifices and the sacrifices of life and the limbs. Families losing their sons and their daughters or getting maimed. Unless we build the country of our dream. So that was the process of reform. So we undertook a big project of reform. We know what to do. Reform is one thing, but to know what exactly which has to be done so that we don't make mistakes again. Then the question of trial. Those who have done this terrible thing to us must be brought to the justice. So they were brought to the justice. Then the election. So now the time for election, we are looking forward to it. And we announced the date for February, first half of February. Again, we need the support from our armed forces, from our police, and law enforcing agencies, all types. Because it is a big undertaking coming from an uprising, moving to an election, which is a very peaceful kind of celebration, mood of happiness and being together, still expressing our own desires and aspirations. So this is the task. I'm narrating on this because you have got all these things as you are here, those who are from other countries. This experience you will carry with you. And also I hope the students who are attending the courses here also analyze what's happening and keep in mind how to decide on your role, what you would have done in a situation like that. So again, this is a great learning process. This institution, this time, you are lucky to have all this in one go. So I congratulate you for that. I hope all our nations will pursue the path so that the desires of the people are reflected in the work of their governments. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to be with you. Now let me read out the written speech, which will be brief. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, advisors, excellencies, service chiefs, distinguished guests, commandant faculty members, and other officers of a staff college, and my dear graduating officers of the staff college. It is an immense pleasure to be present at the graduation ceremony of the Defense Services Command and Staff Course 2025. The heartiest congratulations to all the graduating officers. I pay my deepest respect to the brave martyrs of the Liberation War, whose sacrifice has earned us an independent and sovereign Bangladesh. At the same time, I express my deepest homage to the martyrs and the exiled from the July Uprising 2024, whose sacrifice has proved us with the historic opportunity of building a new Bangladesh, free from oppression and inequality. Ladies and gentlemen, the Defense Services Command and Staff College, the oldest tri-service institution of Bangladesh, and I must say an outstanding institution of Bangladesh, stands as a distinguished symbol of excellence. This esteemed institution boasts a proud legacy of shaping future leaders. And I just mentioned how they have been producing those leaders who stood in front of an uprising and took the right decision. The presence of officers from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Bangladesh Police fosters a shared understanding of our nation's interests and strengthens collaboration across various organizational roles. I'm happy to know that since 1980, a total of 5,729 officers have graduated from this college, including 1,465 officers from 46 different countries. They are our ambassadors who came, our ambassadors to your countries and your country's ambassador to us. We are very proud of your participation. And 3 officers from Bangladesh Police are graduating today. A total of 311 officers, including 58 officers from 23 friendly countries and 3 officers from Bangladesh Police, are graduating today. This ceremony is a testimony to their commitment, sincerity, and hard work. I'm confident that your journey at the Staff College has been a period of intellectual growth and professional development. And of course, many soul-searching about the role you could play in a situation that we have gone through recently. Dear course participants, like many other nations, our country faces numerous challenges, both internally and externally. As officers of the armed forces, you are to dedicate to these challenges, going beyond to traditional security challenges. The modern conflict scenario is further complicated by technological advancements, cyberspace, near space, media, including social media, misinformation, disinformation, and multifaceted geographical and strategic issues. You need a deeper understanding of these future security landscape in navigating such complex dynamics. You must always remember our national geographic potentials, geostrategic potentials, and vulnerabilities so that you are able to protect our national interest at any cost. I'm very happy to know that your course curricula has deepened your understanding and knowledge of the modern day's challenges and included subjects like national and international security affairs, peace and conflict studies, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and strategic studies. Nevertheless, I believe that the heart of the soldier must always beat with the peace. Let Bangladesh Armed Forces be recognized not only for their proficiency, but for their morality, and not only for vigor, but also for their wisdom, not only for their conquest, but for their compassion. And remember that courage and wisdom should march side by side. Esteemed spouses of the course participants, I came to know that you also have to undergo a periodical training throughout the year to help you better understand the role of your spouse, support them more ably, and help groom the juniors to be useful members of the community. Dear overseas course participants, please accept my special compliments on your successful completion of the course. Your participation is a glowing reflection of our strong global defense relations. I am confident that the bonds forged here will further foster goodwill and brotherhood. I also consider you as the ambassadors of Bangladesh, representing our values and friendship in your own countries. I hope that your association with the Staff College and with Bangladesh will continue in the years to come. Dear graduating officers and esteemed family members, as you embark on the next phase of your journey, remember the lessons learned, friendships forged, and values instilled here in the Staff College. May you go forth as guardians of peace and security, protectors of justice, ambassadors of humanity. Let your leadership serve not only the nation, but also the global community. Together, let us build a world where power is dedicated to serving people and leadership is defined by selfless service. Finally, I extend my sincere appreciation to the Commandant, esteemed faculty, dedicated staff officer, valued civilian sponsors, all ranks of the Staff College, and their esteemed family members. Your unwavering commitment and sacrifice were key to the success of the course. As I conclude, I once again congratulate the graduates of the Staff College 2025. I wish you all a happy and prosperous life ahead. Thank you very much. Khuda Hafiz.